Lots of loot.
There's eventual acceptance. And then as it goes in, you're like, is it ever going to end? Am I ever going to... It goes on forever.
You know what? I will bet you $50 they can get finish One Piece in 2 weeks. By just reading it.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Has the manga kept up with the anime?
The manga's above it.
Vice versa.
No, the manga's above it.
So you want me to read a library's worth of manga in 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's easy.
What? How much free time do you think I have? There's a reason we're potting at lunch.
That's thing for me. How I actually do it like periodically. Just go back and reread stuff.
There's too much ongoing material to go back and reread anything. Nobody's ever seen all of One Piece more than once.
I've seen it about 3 times.
It keeps going.
When it comes to this is how I deal with One Piece. Heath. This is how I get caught up. When I watch certain arcs. So when I read how to show people how this is how you get into One Piece. You're better off starting out by reading it, because if you want to get caught up quick, you read it. You read the first. We're at the East Blue arc. The Alabasta arc, Skypiea, then you stop at Skypiea. Then you gotta watch the G8 arc. The G8 arc it's filler, but everybody who watches it considers it canon. Because it's that fucking good. It's a filler arc that's actually worth a damn. Then you go back to reading.
No. I'm not that committed to my marriage. I'm not gonna be... It's committed to One Piece. Sorry, honey. Baby night will have to wait. I've got to read One Piece.
You'd like it. I know for a fact you would.
It feels like it's too weird for me.
It's like as much as you like Dragon Ball Z, I think you would enjoy One Piece.
And see, that's an example of a show that needs to end. Because Dragon Ball was its own story, in its own timeline. And then you had Dragon Ball Z, and it's the same characters, yes. Yeah. But it's a different timeline, they've grown up, there's new characters. And then you had GT, which was way further down the timeline. You had new characters, new villains, blah, 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 blah. Dragon Ball Super is just a continuation of Z.
True.
It picks up immediately after, and it's just the same fucking villains.
It picks up a good while. It picks up a good while after.
No, it doesn't.
No, they picked up. I want to say a few years after Boo.
Maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years.
GT's 20 years in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. But with it, it's
and it's the same villains.
True.
Yeah, they peppered in a couple of new ones. And it's the same villains.
I agree with you on that one. But the one thing I love about One Piece, it's something different. Each arc is unique.
I find it harder anymore to get into new anime. I tried to get into Naruto.
Well, that's Sam's favorite. For me, I liked Naruto.
And what I saw of it, I did like. There was more to digest than I was willing to.
To be fair, do you remember, how far of Naruto do you remember watching? Do you remember when Sasuke left the village and Naruto fought him at that waterfall?
Yes.
That is legit the end of the manga.
And so the rest of that is just
filler.
Just filler?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Then it isn't until you get to Shippuden, that's when the continuation starts.
And see, I'm a little more, because the buddy that I watched Naruto with, or did watch Naruto with, he's like, do not watch Shippuden until you've watched all of Naruto.
No.
And I was like, And I was like, so Naruto's when he's a kid and he's an adult and shipping and he's like, yeah, and he's like, so like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and he was like, yeah, and I'm like, I watched Z years before I watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And it didn't affect my watching of Dragon Ball at all. And he was like, no, you cannot. I'm like, why?
If I'm being honest, you could.
I was like, I would rather watch Shippuden.
If I'm being honest, like when it comes to Naruto, if like as long as you watch like when it comes the base Naruto anime, like the base. After Sasuke leaves the village and they chase after him and Naruto and him fight at the waterfall, you could stop right there and immediately start Shippuden. Because the rest of like those 4 seasons or something after that is nothing but filler.
And like, I tried to get into Hunter x Hunter. I watched about a half a season of that, and it was okay.
I've done a little bit of Hunter x Hunter. Toriko was I prefer Toriko over.
Well, the latest anime that I got into was My Hero Academia, and of all the ones that I really like My Hero. It's really good.
I like My Hero. I'm behind on it, but I'm enjoying it.
So am I. I think I'm 2.5 seasons in. I
read it. I'm saying I always say you're better off reading it.
See, with manga, I've never cared to read manga. One, it's where Japanese people read
backwards.
Yeah, to us, and there's no collar.
No, the rest of the world reads different than us.
And it's like I get why, but like translate, you know what I mean? Like stylistically translate it to a different audience. I would be more apt to pick up a manga if it was all colored pages and it was right left. Or left right.
Yeah.
Left right.
Like there are some because one I think you would enjoy, like I got Jess into it, was Spy X Family. I think was one you would really enjoy. The basic of it is like these basically like let's cut Germany in half. You got West Germany and East Germany.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, well, example. So, and they're going at each other politically and everything else.
Is this in the manga?
But this is the point of it. You got this.
So this is during the Cold War.
No. This is an example of to explain it to you, because I cannot remember the name of the place they're actually in.
Okay.
So
it's manga Germany.
Yeah, manga Germany.
Okay.
So so you get your main character, who is the super spy. His nickname is Twilight and stuff, and his goal is to infiltrate this little kid's prep school. And to do that, he needs to start a family. And he needs a smart kid, so he ends up going to this orphanage and finds this little kid named Anna. Anna is a telepath. And nobody knows about it. Mm-hmm. So Anna, kind of screws her way into it to where, reads his mind and stuff. Says, "Oh, this is a super spy. I'm going to get him to adopt me."
Why would you want to be adopted by a spy?
Because that's the part of the mission, to save the world, to save the country. So then, he needs a wife, and he ends up finding a wife, and the wife is a master assassin, and they don't know about it except for Anna, because she can read the minds. So, and there's points to where, Lloyd needs to find a wife and a kid and try to start a family and send them, Anna to this prep school. So she's doing everything she can to try to, make sure the mission succeeds and to make sure to keep their family together. Mm-hmm. Then they get Bond. Bond is kind of like this, not kind of I guess he's a big old fluffy dog. He's adorable. He's awesome. And he can also kind of read minds. He can kind of read.
Dog is a telepath.
Somewhat. And so, him and Anna can kind of, kind of tell what each other are thinking and stuff like that. And it's legit just the day by day of that. Of, it is worth watching just because, it's so freaking ridiculous. It's hilarious. The Way of the House Husband is another one you need to watch.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
Yeah, just
they're
coming. It is.
That one has the most interesting premise. They're
coming out with a guide for it, of like the gangsters in like the gangsters book of housekeeping, and I cannot wait to buy it.
And see, like that needs an anime.
It does. It's on Netflix.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was just the manga.
No, I've been telling you to watch it on Netflix.
You told me just about the manga.
Oh, well, you need to watch it on Netflix.
I didn't know it was on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on
I didn't know
Netflix.
they had an
Yeah.
anime of it.
Like each episode's like less than 15 minutes long, and it is like just godlike. You will like just. I've been trying to get Zach to do it as much as he likes Yakuza and stuff. Then there's what else is like I've been watching besides Bluey. They released more Bluey, but you leave me alone. I love Bluey.
I'll probably never get into Bluey. I'll probably never get into it.
Do it anyway. Watch it with your dog. Watch it with your child, your new baby.
Do what?
But,
I'll be behind when I come back.
if it had come out when the kids were little, yeah, I probably would watch it all the
But,
time.
you know.
But-
That's saying here not so long ago. I started rewatching Bear in the Big Blue House just for nostalgia reasons.
I wonder why that show got canceled. That was a good show.
Actually, there was a production issue, and the Moon, the girl, the woman who played the
the
Moon.
Moon quit.
No, she died of cancer.
What?
Yeah, and like Jim Henson and all them for it basically they just said it wasn't the same show without her.
Yeah.
So they kind of quit doing it.
Right.
Yeah, it was because the Moon died. Luna.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Yeah, I think she
Way to
had.
ruin my day.
Well, also there was the people from Gullah Gullah Island are still alive.
Well, yeah, they're married.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I used to watch that a lot.
I do remember Gullah Gullah Island. What else was there? What else cartoon? Now there was a cartoon that used to play on Nickelodeon, like Nick Jr. that I cannot remember the life of me. Like it wasn't Rupert. It was a.
Is it a Little Bear?
No, I love Little Bear. I had the books.
I liked Rupert. Well, what are you thinking of?
That's the thing. Like it involves like this watermill like house or something like that. I legit cannot remember it.
It's not the Adventures of Tintin, is it?
No, I never watched Tintin. I watched the movie that Spielberg did.
I haven't seen that.
It's really good.
Is it Babar?
No. There's history with babar.
There's history.
With babar.
What history do you have with Babar?
That should be told on another episode.